Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, still me, still frantically trying to get through some of these projects that I have promised myself to getting done. Okay, not promised to me, promised to somebody very demanding, very lovely. Love that person. Thanks for joining me here, and let's hang out for a bit. Hi! So, working on Loaf Cat, a splotchy one. Working on this new color changing style I talked about in my last Loaf Cat video. I'm really excited about how quick and easy and surprisingly neat that it's working out. Like, I am super excited. Oh, well, things would go a lot better if I used my ring properly, right? Yeah. There she is. Okay. Stitch marker so I don't forget where I started from. Never forget where you started from. Wearing comfy pajamas because it is the time of night that I'm probably going to head to bed in a little bit. The morning comes very, very early. Alright, piece my hair. Gotta love that. So yeah, I am very, very excited about the color change. It is a lot easier than the pull through the back that I've been doing for a long time. I'm finding it a lot more comfortable. That is for sure. And it's working out really well to give Loaf Cat here, this particular orange and white splotchy cat, a little more personality. I have two more with colors, and they're mostly blues, so I'm going to have to probably use some of the cake up the yarn from Stitch. My buddy Stitch here hiding out without his eyes. Not creepy at all. It's not really. I don't think it's creepy. But that's because I'm still creating him. But I think that'll wait till tomorrow when I have the room and whatnot and the patience to work on a template to cut out my felt and hold the glue on and in place. And possibly do a stitch or two around just to keep it anchored in case they do wash it. But it should be fine. I think he's going to turn out very cute. Debating about whether or not he needs a mouse. He probably will have a little line. But I always found that his face always has a bit more of a frowny face, so I don't really want to do that. I don't like making frowning toys for a 7-year-old. That doesn't feel too okay. I also have to separate my wool for the mittens for my mom. Oh, poor thing today. She's putting on gloves. And then puts fingerless gloves over it because somebody walked away with her nice wool ones. And she preferred the mittens. I don't know. It was quite a while ago. And her and I, neither one of us could find anything close. And I think she will really like this. So, that is one thing I'm going to have to get started. Alright, that is just so easy. Like, I cannot get over how easy color changes are now. Especially with the amigurumi, because I can hide any pulls, any extra yarn being left out. None of it will be noticeable. So do 4 and 1 more. Ooh, it's exciting. I've got to do a load of laundry tomorrow. Got to wash up some of the other Loaf Cats. I have 2 more to do, and this one is probably going to end up getting done probably either tonight or tomorrow morning with my morning wake up. My stomach has not been kind to me the last few days. I seem to be getting a lot of acid reflux, and it is costing me my morning coffee, which is a travesty. I absolutely adore coffee, and if I suddenly can't drink coffee, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be pretty upset. I do have green tea and orange pico and all sorts of delicious alternatives, but I'm a coffee girl. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. I'm just still struggling with dairy, and I don't know, we have a really strong brew right now, and I normally am crazy about strong brewed coffee. Strong flavor, strong smell. I'm all over that, but I don't know, the last couple days it's just been giving me the worst uncomfortable feeling. That's the only way I'm going to describe it. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm pretty sure you didn't turn this on to hear about my upset stomach. It's just been a little uncomfortable. Alright, I'm just going to skip out on my ring right now. I find it, with the color changes I have to do with amigurumis, I find it kind of rings a little bit much, which means that amigurumis can sometimes cause my hands a little more fatigue. Okay, pull out. Go. Oh. Tell it I want to make notes. There we go. And I need another 5 to go. And then we have our length. Debating about doing the white all the way. I probably will stop about 2, maybe 3 rows before we start going on our decreases. I don't really want to do a white back end. I feel that's just well, but I might. And I swear I could easily accommodate this pattern for a round like this to make sushi. I was thinking about that. I could totally make this into a sushi. Not a cat, but just don't do the ears and the legs. Just do the rounds over and over. And do the front and the back so it looks like California rolls or something. Some nice guacamole in there. Yep, this one's turning out to be quite spectacular. I love his eyes. I used some of my Karen Simply Soft and the Limeade. Give him his green eyes. Gorgeous. He's just gorgeous. Sure do like a nice looking cat. I can't take care of one properly right now, so I do not have pets at the moment. Vets cost way too much, and the upkeep of trying to keep up with 3 children who are always hungry, inflation, all that kind of loveliness, you know. Having a vehicle on the road, breathing air, all that stuff costs money. So, plus, you know, my heavy yarn addiction. What am I saying? Almost all of these are bargains, or from thrift stores, or dollar stores. Once in a while we'll get me some nice ones like from Hobie and stuff like that. I am really thinking about getting my hands on some Mary Maxim Prism. I think those are very pretty, and I'd really like to try them out. And Mary Maxim is a lot easier for me because it's a Canadian company. And I just learned very recently, because a lot of people are suddenly going through Nitpicks. I think it's called Nitpicks. They're Canadian too, which means good news for me, right? No customs. Yeah, there'll still be shipping costs, but with no customs, that kind of takes a little bit off, and also not having to figure out how much I'm actually spending. Like, oh, yay, we only spent $50. Actually, that's a $75, $80 charge. I've always really found that very disheartening. Like, I'd love to get my hands on some of these yarns. Like, there's a few things from, I think it was called Rainbow Bright, and I think it was from Joann's. It looks like a really fun yarn. I'd love to get my hands on it, but shipping and handling, switching over, then it becomes an expensive yarn for a more run-of-the-mill. I think it's a big twist. I want to say Joann's. I don't know. Please don't judge me too harshly, because these are stores I don't have, and I just kind of sometimes when I'm watching and listening to other people with their yarn holes, I'm actually just in and out mentally, because I know there's no way I'm getting my hands on anything like that. So I'm just kind of like, that sure is pretty, but come on, you want to work for me. Go and where? Yeah, I do watch a lot of yarn holes from other podcasters and YouTubers and whatever you want to call them, because I guess some people say that these are podcasts. I don't know. I just find that I end up just talking so much, and I'm kind of into the visuals, so I don't think I'm really a podcaster per se, but if you want to, but yeah, I guess. I don't know. I need to work on my shorts a little more, apparently. I don't have enough of them out there. And yeah, they're fun. They're different. I really like that you can pick popular music. By popular music, I mean Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole. Thinking about doing a Glenn Miller one with all the Loaf Cats I've made. Just because I love Glenn Miller. And, why not? Maybe the next one will be Metallica or something. Because that's just how my brain works, and that's how my music taste goes. Tonight I put on some CCR with dinner, and my mom hadn't heard CCR in quite a while. She was pretty stoked on it, and Heard It Through the Grapevine came on, because, gotta love that riff in that, and the guitar solos and whatnot. And I was making fun of her. She's telling me that, oh yeah, they're the first ones to do it. I'm like, no. I know for a fact that Marvin Gaye did this song before they did. And I know that the California Raisins did it after them. She's just like, no, don't talk about them. I'm like, I can see them dancing in their little tuxedos. Just stop it. Oh. If you haven't seen the California Raisins, definitely Google it. There are videos of them on YouTube, and they are fantastic performers. I used to watch their cartoon. I always loved their raisins. I'm a big supporter of the California Raisins. They did hear it through the grapevine. But not much longer, you'd be mine. But it turns out, I heard it through the grapevine has actually been sung by 4 or 5 different people. It was done quite often in Motown. One of the first ones, they recorded it, but it never got released to anyone. It was just so bad. And then Marvin Gaye did it, but it did not get released, not that version. And then Martha and the Pips, they did it, and theirs was a giant hit, like very popular in 1967. So, yeah, I Googled it. Okay, so I Googled it. I will definitely look that up if I have to, but a lot of my youth was spent playing rock trivia during lunch, so I can play Name That Tune pretty good. Some of the newer stuff has escaped me. I don't like it as much. And then there's some of it that I think is just fantastic, and I love it to bits and pieces, so it's hit or miss. Just like any other time period. There are things that I don't like from the 70s, there are things I don't like from the 60s, and there are definitely things from the 30s and 40s that I'm just, no, I'm good. But there are some things that are just phenomenal music, and I love them. Like, I liked Harry Belafonte before he was cool on Beetlejuice soundtrack. All the kids wanted to listen to him after Beetlejuice, and I was like, bro, as the children say nowadays. Bro, Harry Belafonte is amazing, and I love him. He's some good stuff. John Denver has made a bit of a comeback to some of the youth. A few years ago, anyways, they were singing me some John Denver. I'm like, okay, small children. Okay, everything's okay. It's okay. So I had to introduce a couple of them to, like, I don't know, just some random songs like Bad by Leroy Brown. I mean, seriously, how can you go wrong with that song? Ever go wrong with that song? It escapes me right now who sings it. I know it. I want to say it's Jackson Browne, but I know it's not. Or is it? My brain's funny that way. Anyways, I should work on doing a few more shorts here and there, because, yeah, I haven't been lately. I've been off crocheting loaf cats and washing giant things of yarn. We'll talk about that on the next one. That was an adventure. Anyways, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.